Welcome everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you so much for joining me. This is New Music Finds episode number 17, and it's where I like to collect together all the new music finds from the past week and present it to you. I get it from different places, record stores, online retail, Amazon, eBay, and more. So for this particular week, it is 8 CDs and 1 new box set. 8 of these CDs are new releases, so big week for new releases, not as big for music finds. I do have 1 new music find to talk about, but I've also got 2 t-shirts to talk about. I found a new place to buy shirts. It's an online place, so you guys could join in and get yours if you want as well, and I'll go through all that in just a bit. But before we do, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please click the button. Also leave a comment, hit like. All those things help support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And as an added bonus, by subscribing, you'll be able to stay up to date on all that's going on in the world of music, just like this with New Music Finds, episode number 17 here. And so kicking things off as we always do, we start with new releases, and that's the bulk of what we've got here today, but we got some really cool stuff. First up is Def Leppard CD Collection Volume 3. A brand new box set for these guys. You can see the albums that it's covering. It's the 2000s era. So this stuff has in it X or 10, the album from 2002, Yeah, the Covers album. It came out in 2006, and then Songs from the Sparkle Lounge from 2008. So that's the period this box set is focusing on. It is third in a series of 4 of these that's coming out. They're attempting to collect together all their recorded output, which is really cool. Lots of rare stuff. This is 6 CDs, and it's got, as I mentioned, the 3 studio albums from the 2000s, but then it's got 3 bonus discs in it. It's got Yeah 2, which is more cover songs, studio versions collected together to make a second album, a companion album. Yeah Live, which are, as it sounds, live versions of these tracks, and that's an album. Both of those are career spanning, so not just stuff from the 2000s, which makes that extra special. And then there is a B-sides disc in here as well. And all in all, if you haven't seen one of these before, they're really well done. They come in the box like this. Each one of these, sorry, flip it around there, come in individual sleeves, like so, reproducing the record style, packaging. Here's the B-sides disc. And so I do have a separate review of this where I really go into it. This is the Yeah 2, which is really great. I want to show you guys. I hope they do an actual real release or standalone release for that. And here's that Yeah Live. As I was mentioning, so I do have a separate review. If you want to see this whole thing in detail, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. And of course, a really great book that goes along with it. As you know me, I like these things that have histories and explanations and interviews with band members and whatnot. So very cool. This is full of all that sort of stuff. So great box set. Highly recommend it for the rarity stuff that's on it. Next up is another cool one. Got a separate review for this one. Again, check the links down in the description below for these. So Dennis DeYoung, 26 East Volume 2. This one here is a follow-up to the album that he released a year ago in May, 8th solo album overall. Of course, this is Dennis DeYoung, former Styx frontman, so really great stuff here to be getting from him. It's part of his long goodbye. He has said this one here is going to be his last solo album ever. So if you want to go out with a bang with him, check this one out here. It's really, really great stuff. Right in the vein of Styx, those epic songs that they do, classic Styx fashion, in my opinion. Vocally, he's still got it. So if you are worried at all, the fact that he's 74 and whether he could pull it off, he does an amazing job. And again, full review of that, check the description below for a link to that. Next one up is Kiss, Off the Soundboard, Tokyo 2001. It's the first in their official bootleg series. Not a lot in the way of the packaging on it. I mean, it literally is done like a bootleg. It's just this cardboard packaging, and then the discs are, inside, and it's all very low budget. I mean, I like this logo and the way that it's done, but it is pretty bare bones, so be aware of that. The lineup for this is a cool one, though. It was a short-lived lineup. Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, of course, but we got Ace Frehley and Eric Singer. So interesting little mix there. If you're a history fan like me and you like that, it's worth picking up for that alone. But one of the cool things is there's a rarely performed track on here, number 4. See if you can see it there. Talk to Me. the Ace Frehley classic off of Unmasked, the album that's there behind me from 1980. He does that on here. So when I saw that, for me at least, it was really worth picking up just for that. Quality-wise, it opens a little rough, but it smooths right out by the second track. And when I say rough, I just mean Paul Stanley's voice is not quite as upfront as you would want within it. It's not like it's a pristine recording. It is considered an official bootleg. It's off a soundboard, but it is a bootleg, so to speak. So anyway, just know that going into it. Cool release, though. If you're a Kiss fan, I do recommend it. Next up, we've got Mr. Big guitarist Paul Gilbert, Werewolves of Portland. This one was actually digitally released a week earlier on June 4th, but the CD edition of this has just come out here on for what we're covering, which is June 11th, this past Friday. So 16th solo album by him. And due to the pandemic and the lockdown, which is when this was made, so again, you know, bad things came out of this pandemic and whatnot, of course, but there's been a lot of great, like, these albums that have been released, people that have made solo albums and other albums. So lockdown and pandemic, he ends up playing the entire album, all instruments by Paul on this. So pretty cool there. Next one up is another pandemic recorded album. And this one here, 37 years we've been waiting for this one. Danny Elfman, former Oingo Boingo frontman, second solo album. Like I said, 37 years in waiting for this. He couldn't do what he normally does, which is all of the orchestration that he does for soundtracks for like Tim Burton. He's always working with him. But we finally got a solo album out of him. Now this thing here, in my opinion, it is a really dark album. It's different than Oingo Boingo. It's maybe late era Oingo Boingo. It's broken into two parts. It's a one disc, but it's like a double album in that sense, the way that it's presented. If you're a fan of Oingo Boingo, you know, and Danny Elfman specifically, and Steve Bartok is involved in this with the orchestration and arrangements and stuff, check it out. It's pretty cool. And it is a rock album or music album. It's not a classical score or anything like that. This is Danny Elfman doing Danny Elfman music, like late era Oingo Boingo stuff. Okay, next up we got a collection here from former Oasis guitarist Noel Gallagher, Back the Way We Came from 2011 to 2021. Compilation that covers, as it says, last 10 years of his solo career. This one is a deluxe edition, 3 CD in this cool hardcover book, 2 CD best of collection, but it's also got 1 disc of bonus tracks, demos, remixes, acoustic versions, and instrumental takes. And this one, while no real write-up or anything in here, it does have a lot of cool photos and things, kind of like an art book, the way that it's done, and it covers the different periods of his career and whatnot. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble turning these pages for you guys. But there you go, you get an idea of what it is, but just kind of cool stuff to go along with it, and the other 2 discs in the back there. But very cool. Definitely glad to get it. I got to dive in. It just came today, so I don't know a whole lot about it other than it's this best of. But I bought it for those bonus tracks, and I am interested in that. Okay, next up, waiting 12 years for this one here. Green Jelly, Garbage Band Kids. You remember these guys? They used to be called Green Jello until the Jello brand sued them. They had to change their name to Jelly. And they were best known, of course, for their 1993 hit 3 Little Pigs, that parody number. This is the 4th solo album, and as I said, 12 years. Their last one came out in 2009. I like it. It's fun, you know, parody metal. And there's nothing serious about it, but it is good. And then I've got this one. This one came late for me. It actually came out June 4th. Flotsam and Jetsam, Blood in the Water. Really glad to get this. This one surprised me. 14th studio album. First to feature their new bassist, Bill Bodley. But this one here, really good. Don't know what else to say except it's excellent. It surprised me. It's traditional Flotsam and Jetsam. It's a heavy album. It's more than I would have expected, but really, really good stuff. So if you're a Flotsam and Jetsam fan, I do recommend it. And then one that I searched out and found was this one, and it's a different style for me. William Prince, Reliever from 2020. And it's his second solo album. This guy's a Canadian folk and country artist. Again, not my normal, typical musical stuff that I listen to. I do listen to some of this, but I was watching the new Netflix movie, The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. And it's a cool, you know, it's a fun movie, but it's also a cute little romantic kind of movie. Williams' song Lighthouse was in that movie, and I Shazammed it. It was so good. I ended up listening to the album all the way through after the movie, and I decided to order the CD from Amazon, and boom, I got it. So that's how I found this. Having that Shazam, if you don't have one of those apps that you can just press the button and let's listen to the music and tells you what it is that's playing, you got to get it. It's fantastic. They're free. All right, and now for 2 concert t-shirts that I picked up. So as I mentioned, I found a new place to buy shirts. It's online. I don't normally do that. I like to go in the stores, touch them, feel them. I even like to try them on, that kind of stuff. So I gave this a shot, and it worked out great for me at least. So the place is called Societees, S-O-C-I-T-E-E-S, Societees, T-E-E as in t-shirts, right? Okay, so I've got 2 of these here. Pull the first one out here. I did not have a Journey shirt. This is a classic 1981. Nothing on the backs of these, but really cool, recreation of it. They're all officially licensed. This is a large 100% cotton, no tag. It's just printed on there. Very, very soft, very soft. So I was super surprised. I'm definitely going back, ordering more from this place, and a ZZ Top, the Eliminator tour. I did not have any ZZ Top shirts, so you guys know I cover a lot of ZZ Top. I just did the new Billy Gibbons solo album, and I didn't have a ZZ Top shirt to wear, and I needed one, so I got one. Again, nothing on the backs. I think some of them might come with stuff, but these 2 in particular did not. This is the same thing. This is an American Classics. I believe it's 100% cotton also. No, this one is 50% cotton, 50% polyester, just as soft as this one. So I never really understand the differences in those fabrics. But there you go. 2 really cool concert t-shirts, 8 CDs, 1 box set. Music, sorry, I do that all the time. New Music Finds episode number 17. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Check back every Wednesday for brand new episodes to see what it is I picked up. It might inspire you guys to go check some other stuff out. Plus, with those new releases that I cover within this, you get a little bit of a review of those new items as well. So if I don't do the full review, as I do sometimes as a standalone. All right, and also, if you enjoyed this video, please share it out on social media. I would also appreciate that. Take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you all real soon. Bye, everyone.